So we're going to look through this COVID-19 antigen test. It's an anterior test which takes a sample from the front of the nose. So we're going to have a look at how this test works. Basically we take the sample and then we run through the cassette with a buffer. So the test comprises of a cassette, the swab and buffer and the test tube here. To get started, the first thing is to open the cassette. So we'd have a look at the details here, making sure that the test is in its expiry date. Then it's just a case of opening the pouch at the notch, like so, and then taking the cassette out like that. In regard to taking the sample, we would want the collector to be fully kitted out in PPE, and also it's important that we make note of what's in the product insert before testing. So we're going to move on to the testing method now, and so I'm going to invite Alice in to take a sample from me, and then we can prepare it and run it through the test. So for best results, what we'd recommend is for the donor to blow their nose first. That just makes sure that some sort of fresh air and potentially sample has made it to the front of the nose to make it easier to pick that up. So I'll just give my nose a blow and then we'll get on with the collection. Okay, thank you. So Alice is just going to get the swab out, making sure that she holds it by the handle end, and then she's just going to swab both of my nostrils for around 15 seconds on each side. So we probably want to put the swab up around 2 centimetres on average. There are further details in the instruction leaflet. Okay, thanks.
Okay, I'm going to do the other side.
Very good. So if you could just hold that for 1 moment. We need to put the buffer in the little tube here, and then we add the swab in there. So it's basically a case of just snapping that off and then emptying the buffer down into the test tube there. Very good. So add the swab down in there as well. Thank you. And then what we need to do is rotate that several times whilst sort of just squeezing the bottom there, and that makes sure that the sample is transferred into the buffer. Okay. Once we've done that, it's a good idea to just squeeze that as we take the swab out. And then we need to put the little dropper tip into the test tube here, so it just slips into the top like that. And then we invert it like that, and then what we want to do is add 3 drops to the cassette. So I find it best if we add 1, just let it absorb before adding the second and then the third. And then it's just a case of waiting for that buffer and my sample to work its way up the cassette, and then we read the result at 10 minutes. So 10 minutes have elapsed, and it's time to have a look at the result now. So you can see that is showing a negative result. So we have the control line showing at the top there, but no test line. So that shows that COVID-19 antigen is not present. So as you can see, this test is very easy to take the sample and run the product as well. And it gives a very highly accurate result in around 10 minutes. If you'd like to know any more details about the test, please get in touch with us at your screen. Thanks.